Now, Jerry, if you figure in the windfall increase in revenues that the county has taken in due to the hurricane rebuilding, the county has actually averaged about an 8% increase
every year
of revenues.
on average, right?
That being said, this year they've indicated that they're going to start making youth associations pay for more of their use of the local parks.
Yeah, and last year they pushed the power bills over to the local parks. This year they've wanted to push irrigation, garbage pickup, and a few other items. And so there was a rather large contingent of the parks people there.
And the indication is it's because of the tax cuts that we voted in with Amendment 1 that are forcing these cuts.
You know, every segment of society that some commissioners can punish have been punished because we have this crazy thought, according to them, that our government should live within its means. So if you voted for Amendment 1, this is what you deserve, and we'll just spit and stomp on you while we do it.
And they've also cut a home economics specialist position from the county extension office.
Yeah, you know, this is how chintzy things have gotten, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, you know, enough is enough. The state pays for 60% of this position. I don't think it's a huge salary to start out with.
Correct.
And to balance that, this individual is capable, and the previous person that held this job has access to many, many state grants for continuing education. It is my belief, and I talked with Mrs. Bowman after she was the previous holder of this job. She retired. You know, I talked with her after the meeting was over, and I said, look, you just need to bring the numbers. Commissioner Cole was very interested in supporting this position, but he needed to see what kind of bang for his bucket was he going to get. If it only cost the county $15,000 and we get $75,000 or $200,000 in grants, absolutely. You know, but he just wanted to see those numbers, and I think that was only fair. Now,
well, there's a feeling that charging the youth associations and cutting this not particularly expensive position from the county extension was sour grapes. So
sure, absolutely. This is just a continuation. There were people in the audience from our law enforcement community, and those people were in the audience for one reason. At the previous budget hearing, Mr. Sour Grapes, the most pitiful, childish behavior that I have ever seen out of an elected official. He made a grandiose speech 2 weeks earlier. Commissioner Tom Stewart, I've listened to what the people say, and unless somebody can really change my mind, I'm going to go for a lower millage rate. You know, Commissioner Stewart, his only motive there, you know, to cut the budget. We got 2 new commissioners coming in, and you know, it actually, and I think we commented about it, how pitiful it was to see an outgoing county commissioner take a shot like this. You know.
Now he said he thought it would send a message to voters, and then they would be more interested in improving a sales tax.
Yeah, but one of the things that he wants to, his first thing out of his mouth, the way he's going to balance the budget for his cut is to take money from the road department.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to remember that. He's an outgoing commissioner. But when you see him down at the Pick and Save or over at Walmart or whatever, walk up to him and tell him how much you didn't appreciate the fact that he was going to try to cut more out of a budget and take it out of the road department. It just simply, you know.
This is franchise fees going to the road department.
Yeah, it just absolutely. We could have done without it. You know, I told Sheriff Hall's representative, Keith was there. I said, what in the world are you doing here? Well, I'm concerned they may cut the millage. I said, there's no way. I said, Tom Stewart will not get support for that. You guys are wasting your time. You could have been at home watching TV. It won't even be entertaining tonight. But, you know, Tom Stewart went ahead and took a shot at it. And I tell you what, if you look up pitiful in the dictionary, you'll see Tom Stewart's face beside that. His picture will be right there with the definition.
Now, the whole discussion kind of sparked further talk about reshuffling these impact fees, maybe to send a little more towards the park association's way.
Well, no, the other way. Right now, gentleman's agreement, and I confirmed this. I just wanted to hear it from another commissioner after the meeting. It's simply a gentleman's agreement. 50% to roads from the franchise fee, 40% to the parks, 10% to economic development.
But they can't spend the parks money on operations. They have to spend it on new construction,
right,
new facilities.
And the discussion was kicked out, and I think it's a good discussion, that some of that franchise fee money needs to actually be increased to the roads, and then what's left in the park department, a percentage of that needs to be released so that it can be used for operational.
Right, towards the towards the use by the association.
Right, exactly. And I think the overall percentage, and look, here's the number that will shock you. Franchise fees is getting to be a pretty big number these days.
This is an extra tax that's levied onto your electric bill.
Off of Gulf Power.
Administrative fee.
Well, I think it's a very good discussion to talk about shifting of some of these franchise fees. October the 1st of this year, the 5 commissioners together, if they leave the 40% rule in place, $2 million will be dropped into the Parks and Recreation funds. And even though Commissioner John Broxton went on a spending spree before his term is over, $300,000 to Tiger Point, $125,000 to local parks, $425,000, there's still about $2,500,000 in the park fund right now. And then October 1, $2 more million comes into it. So, I think reality's starting to set in a little bit. We have enough parks. We need to release capital for operational, and we need to start pushing stuff towards the road budget.
Well, I think this is something that's going to resurface.
Oh, I definitely think I think it'll be a discussion again. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you've enjoyed the show. I know we've really enjoyed our field trips. Probably the words
won't be the last one.
Yeah, it won't be the last one, but they may already be hiding as we pull into the parking lot the next time. But that's okay. We're going to root the truth out for you, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, MediaCom Channel 27 every Saturday afternoon, 4:30 to 5. And across the bottom of the screen here, you'll see that we're on YouTube. We have our own channel on there. So anytime, any place you want to watch our show, it's there. It's segmented. Most of them will be 9 minutes apiece. You'll be able to watch it at any time. So for those of you who are behind, catch up. And then join us here live each week or right after the live show on MediaCom. Then it'll be on YouTube. So have a nice week, and we'll see you next week.
Good night.